We're here.
We're here.
Yes.
I forget there's no like countdown.
No, we're here. Hi, welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to Accidental Martinis. I'm Jessica.
Welcome. I'm Delali.
I don't know why that first part is always so hard for me.
It's very hard. Because we know who we are, but they don't.
It's true.
I think
I've known you for a while
what
now.
it is. Yeah, no, it's been a few years. Yeah.
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 So our 420 episode and also our 6th episode.
Yes.
In the podcasting world, it just means that
it's a thing.
Yeah, like you're gonna it's a thing. This is a thing now.
It's a thing.
You know, you're either gonna stick with it or not by the 6th episode. And so
here we are.
Yeah, here we are.
And we're going strong. We still have a running list of topics and
new martinis every week. And
oh my goodness.
And
yes, all of the teenies.
All the teenies.
And the olive pits to grind. Boy, we really have actually that list is quite long.
Indeed it is. Yeah, a lot of things, I guess when you become ornery. I've always said ornery, and then everyone made fun of me and said it's ornery.
What if they're saying it wrong?
Yeah,
right?
I looked it up.
Oh.
But then I asked several other people, and they said that they thought the same thing I did. So yeah. I wonder if it's just like, some
tomato situation.
Exactly.
Fair.
Yeah. Okay. Dialect, different parts of Colorado, they say it different.
I mean, whatever.
Sure. you know.
So, what are we drinking today, Jess?
We are drinking the Hippie Beartini. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, boy. Are we hippies on this side of the planet? Not us. We're honestly mild-mannered compared to a lot of these people.
It's true. Although, I don't shave every day or remotely every day. Sometimes my armpit hair gets a little long. My leg hair.
It's okay.
It grows out. They could be pants.
It's not in the winter. It's whatever.
I'm hairy, but not that hairy. Well, then the shirt I'm wearing right now says sugar, spice, and reproductive rights.
Yes. Where did you get that? That's so cute.
My sister ordered it for me. I think it was on Etsy. I'll have her send me the link.
Please, and send me the link.
I will, absolutely. We ordered them last year, right around when Roe v. Wade was overturned. And
because fuck us, I guess, right?
Fuck us all. And she was wearing hers today, and I was like, that's what I'm wearing on the podcast. With a Hippie Beartini, Earth Day, it's just 420. It just feels right. It
does. God, that is good.
I am not.
That is good.
So this is actually a martini of my own creation.
I am impressed.
A spin on the Care Beartini. You're doing the alcoholic version, yes?
Yes.
I'm doing the non-alcoholic version, but with a THC packet in it.
Yep.
So
you gave me a couple of those packets, and I am chicken.
That's fair. That is fair. I get it.
And that's okay. That's okay.
It is absolutely okay.
Yes.
You guys do what you want to do. I do find that Ripple is a good brand as far as like flavor goes. It doesn't taste. It doesn't have a lot of times edibles and stuff have like a weed flavor to them. And this one does not. You just put it in the martini. This time I shook it with the martini. The first time I stirring it in, it kind of clumped up to the bottom a little bit.
Okay. So
shaking it, I was nervous that most of it would end up still in the tin.
Oh, true. Okay.
But listen, I was so high off my ass the last time. I was like, screw it.
It's okay.
It'll be fine.
It's okay.
A little less is going to be okay.
It's okay.
So, yeah.
Nice.
So it's got the alcoholic version. I'll have Chambord, peach schnapps, vanilla vodka, and pineapple juice. The version I have is I put a little vanilla Monin syrup, raspberry Monin syrup, peach Monin syrup, pineapple juice, and I topped it with soda water.
Nice.
Because I just personally like the bubbles. But shake, 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 pour, pour, pour. And then you can rim the glass with gummy bears if you want to. Throw gummy bears inside it. Delali did sugar. I threw gummy bears inside mine.
Oh, fair. Yeah. Sometimes you have to improvise and do what you got to do.
Do what you got to do. I just thought inside is fun. You can't see them at all.
It's so fruity and but like a light fruity, not a heavy fruity. I don't, right?
And I was talking to someone who's like, I don't like gummy bears. And I'm like, well, it doesn't taste much like a gummy bear. It's more decoration. It tastes like if anything, like a real fruit, I guess, gummy bear. But I like it.
Yeah, it's you got to try it. Yeah.
That's good.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, good job. Good job.
Like the Care Bears, but Hippie Bear. Right?
Yeah.
Care Bears have names, I think. Like the
I think, are they the ones with different colors, or is that Teletubbies? No,
well, yeah, both of them are. The Care Bears are bears with they have like rainbows
a rainbow
on their
belly
stomach or heart or whatever. I want to say there was Happy Bear. That's what their names were. Like Happy Bear, or
was there a Sad Bear? Is this like the Seven Dwarves?
I think it is. I'm not sure. It's been so long. It's been a long time.
Yeah. I don't
90s
remember.
Flashback, Care Bears.
I was.
This is the Hippie Bear.
Very little, 72 years ago. So, yeah.
72 years ago.
Well, it's been a long time, guys.
Yeah, 72. 72.
Yeah.
We were 75 last week. So, it's a
weird thing. Yeah.
That's perfect. Yeah. No, that makes sense. I get it. It's a weird thing. Yeah, I actually got 3 years younger.
Keep up.
Come on, people. It's Benjamin Button style here.
Gosh. Noobs.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay.
So, yeah. Good. That's our martini and mocktini, whatever.
Yeah. And, drink and or cannabis responsibly.
Yes.
It's not, I think it's not legal in all states, or some states are still in that weird middle where it's medicinal versus, what's the other one called? Recreational.
Yeah.
Right?
I
was like, the one where you have fun with it.
Yes. Oh, yes. Recreation. Yeah. Yes.
Recreation, right? Yeah.
Like recess, but for
adults.
Recess.
But for grown-ups.
Oh my God. This is adult recess.
This is literally adult recess.
It's fantastic.
It's amazing.
It is. It really is.
But yeah, I think there are still some states that are either not into it or they're in that weird middle space.
I think it's just one or two, though. I think we're down to just a couple.
Yeah. And so I think Colorado and who was it? California were was California first and then Colorado second, or one of the two first and second?
I believe Colorado was the very first.
I think so too. But somebody argued that. And I was like, maybe they were so close. Okay, you do that because I'm curious. But yeah, so so what was that, 20?
California.
They were right.
Oh, medical.
That was. Okay. And then Colorado was what?
Let's see. Legalize recreational. Let's see. Colorado and Washington.
Oh, Washington.
Become the 2012. Colorado and Washington became the first two states to legalize the recreational use of cannabis. Massachusetts approved a ballot measure to legalize medical cannabis that year too.
Yeah.
That didn't really matter, but so.
Oh, wow. I thought it was much longer than 2012, but that was 10 years ago.
11. Because I was 22.
Wow.
So and I remember.
Fascinating.
I remember a friend of mine and I went to the dispensary like the second week they were open, or maybe it was even the first week, whatever. Within the first month they were open, we stood in this long ass line. We went into this empty building. It was like a warehouse. It looked
That's not sketchy at all.
Oh my God. Long ass line, you're like only allowed a couple of you at a time. And then you walk in there and you're like, I don't know what to do. And then, now it's a lot different. It's a little bit more comfortable. Very different. Yeah. But like, it was like super sketchy. And we were like walking back to our cars, like looking over our shoulder because we felt like it was like illegal.
Yeah.
Neither of us had ever purchased any type of ever drugs, like nothing. We had never purchased anything illegal, you guys. Like, I was a very good kid. And this is I'm like over here. It's legal now. I'm going like when you turn 18 and you go to the sex store.
Right. Or like 21, you go to the liquor store and you're like, this feels so wrong.
Yes. And like you do those things even if you don't, if you don't drink or sex or marijuana
or whatever thing that store is for.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
because you don't drink sex or marijuana.
Exactly. Then you still go because it's like, it's the thing to do.
Listen, if you don't drink sex or marijuana, we recommend therapy. I don't know.
Well, maybe they're nuns.
To be fair, I think nuns, they get out.
Do they? Are they allowed to drink? Are they allowed to marijuana? The cannabis?
So I think I saw an article that there was a convent where they encouraged the devil's lettuce.
Encourage the devil's
lettuce. Well, to be fair, I don't know that that's what they would call it, but that is, if you're not aware, a name for cannabis, the devil's lettuce.
It is. I actually recently learned that marijuana is not like it's a normal name for marijuana, but it's like the name that the government created to like scare people. Marijuana.
Well, and I don't know how true this is, but allegedly it used to be legal back in before 1920s-ish, 1910s, 1900s. And then apparently they found that a lot of people who were doing it got a little too loose and there were interracial relationships happening.
Oh, fuck.
And so allegedly, and I'm saying allegedly because I don't know how true this is, but allegedly some of these Caucasian husbands were like, our wives are getting really loose with those colored men. So we will outlaw it.
Naturally.
Rawr, and here we are. I don't know if that's accurate or not. I'm sticking to it. It sounds good.
It does.
Honestly, it sounds plausible.
It sounds super plausible. I mean, like the shirt I'm wearing it just all backs that up.
Look how far we've come, and now we women cannot make decisions on our own bodies.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's great. We're doing great.
Yes. Cadavers
Dogs
have more rights than we do.
Dogs have more rights than we do.
Well, I do love puppies, so I don't mind that one.
Yeah, well,
here we are. There are over 200 slang words for cannabis.
Oh, geez. What are the first 5?
Well, it only gives me 3, but dope, kush, grass, and we got pot, marijuana,
right? Weed,
Mary Jane, weed,
right? Devil's lettuce.
They use devil's lettuce. They use the broccoli emoji.
Yes.
To signify 420, because I looked that up at some point.
I did not know that. That makes sense.
I didn't either.
That makes sense. Trees, right? Trees, I think is a... What is it?
Oh, trees. Yeah.
Trees.
Sorry. I went
on a tangent.
Weed Day was started. 420 was started in 1971 by 5 high school students. The group called themselves the Waldos. They would pass in the hall and say 420 to each other as a covert way of signaling that they all wanted to go smoke.
Oh,
You
I always
guys.
wondered how that came up.
5 high school students started
In 71?
in 71, started one of the biggest
To
holidays in
be fair,
Colorado.
the biggest, listen, guys, okay, hold up. Hold up. I'm going to segue us into our what the fuck is even happening right now.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
I'm so sorry. Before you
what?
do,
Okay, what?
there are more dispensaries than Starbucks in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah, there are.
I'm on a article that says like 420 facts or whatever.
Yeah.
I just died at that one. It's just so related.
That's honestly though, I can see that. I can see that.
I can too. I
And
can
it's kind
totally
of
see that.
funny though, because like if you watch any hippie around here, you will find them at a like not so fancy or maybe fancy coffee shop somewhere
Oh yeah, yeah.
in some corner of the Denver area.
Yep.
So for there to be more dispensaries than coffee shops is telling.
It sure is.
It's telling.
I do love
Yeah.
coffee.
So do I. And I think there are some that do both, or is that the Netherlands?
Coffee and cannabis?
This segment, guys, is called What the Fuck is Happening Right Now?
What the fuck is even happening?
And today's topic, if you haven't noticed, is cannabis is legal now? Question mark. So I spent some time overseas. I grew up overseas, and the area I grew up in, marijuana, cannabis was legal.
Okay.
And so, when you go into a coffee shop, there were always like two menus. And you just had to order from one or the other or both, right?
Okay.
And it was a legit coffee situation. They either brought you your latte and then a bowl.
My mind is blown right now.
Yeah, and or like whatever you ordered off the backside of it, which was the cannabis side. So I was more into the coffee part. Especially as young as I was like, oh God, no, thank you.
Devil's lettuce.
I'm sorry, what? What does that taste like? And they're like,
who?
Right.
Little girl. Okay.
The little girl. But I always thought that was kind of cool. And like, it's not to say that you can't go in there and just have a coffee or just have cannabis, right? Or both, whatever. But yeah, so we were just talking about how, it was illegal for such a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's not. And it's so funny, especially I think last year's election, it was on some of the ballots for many other states.
Yeah.
I remember, watching the news and they were like cannabis this and cannabis that. And it's always been fascinating to me because it does alter your being.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It does alter your being, and you shouldn't drive or do whatever, and like
don't operate heavy machinery, create websites.
Or work on websites. Just kidding.
Work on websites.
Do anything. Just go watch The Simpsons and that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just so fascinating how far we've come as a country to where now you said what are left? 2 states that are
like that.
Not on board or something. Like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Just 10 some years ago, it was all of the states that were not on board. So fascinating.
And in just 3 states, Idaho, Nebraska, and Kansas, marijuana isn't legal in any form.
Idaho, Kansas, Nebraska.
Yep. Some places it's like mixed legal and not, I guess.
Do you realize those are some of the shittiest states to live in?
Listen, there's a reason I live in Colorado and I've never left.
Oh, wow. I was like, oh, Kansas has nothing. Nebraska has what? Cornfields.
No.
And Idaho has, is it potatoes? which I'm not mad at potatoes, but I'm just saying.
We are both potato hoes.
Potatoes.
Potatoes.
Potatoes. We like potatoes, all right?
We do, in all forms.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And, and I did want to be very specific. I threw this on our website. It'll be back there. I deleted our website last week because I drank one of these martinis and worked on the website. People.
To be fair, it didn't describe what was going to happen clearly, because I would have thought the same thing.
That's true. The button I hit was like misleading to my high brain, but the connected points did connect as soon as like the little wheel was turning. I was like, fuck. What did I just do?
Well,
and
shit.
So if you go to our website now, it's still up. There's things that we need to edit and change. We just can't do that because I deleted our entire template. So that's fine.
Nice.
We'll get back there. But I don't know where I was going with that. Legalization. Oh, sure we want to do. We do want to. I'm not very far into this. I don't feel like it's kicked in already, but I'm talking like I am.
Oh, you just
get
ready.
So we want to make sure we do say, do this legally. Yes. I know you mentioned that a little bit earlier because it's not legal in all states. Make sure we promote, you have to be 21 to consume alcohol or cannabis. Make sure it's legal in your state and you don't drink, drive, operate heavy machinery, work on websites. Honestly, get off your fucking phone too.
Yeah, just go turn on The Simpsons and, or better yet, Letterkenny. You'll have a blast.
That is a great one.
That is an amazing, we've said it before, we will continue to say it. It is an amazing show. And if you need something to watch that is humorous in all forms and in the most, it's got some dry humor if you're into that, but it is.
If you're into that.
Some people don't get dry humor. It's weird. I'm like, how do you not get it?
I love it. I absolutely love it. The second I catch on that you're joking.
Yeah.
And
I love
no one else does. I do. We had, we worked with this guy, Braden, who everyone was like, he just was quiet. He didn't say anything. He just come in, do his job. Braden.
Yeah.
Worked in the kitchen and and then
he was hilarious, man.
Oh, he was so fucking funny. I didn't realize
but you had to lean in and listen to him because he was so soft-spoken.
And he was, he didn't say a whole lot. There was this one day I walked past and Hey Delilah was on. I was like, hey there, Delilah. And he goes, it's actually Braden. And I was like, you're Delilah now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
He's been Delilah ever since.
Yeah.
Ever since.
Yes. And he's definitely got that dry humor thing going on, which is.
Well, he does.
And he's got a straight face, so you can't tell if he's like, what's going on?
It's like blank. Like you cannot fucking tell that he is joking and he said some things sometimes I just kind of look at him and I'm like, he's joking. Mm-hmm. I like you. We can be friends.
Yeah. No, he was good kid.
Yeah. Hey, Braden, if you're listening, cheers.
And I hope you left your girlfriend. Anyway,
oh yeah, seriously, that needed to end.
And
if you didn't, if she's listening, girl,
leave him alone. Mm-hmm. Get a grip.
Leave the poor man alone and get a grip. Yeah, that too.
Literally. So I, what I also think is really funny is, do you remember back in the day, DARE?
Yeah.
What did that stand for? Drugs and...
I was just listening to something about the whole DARE program. Fuck, what was it? Drugs.
Alcohol.
Raisins. And erections.
Erections, yep.
That can't be right.
I think we're solid on the first two. Alcohol.
Running.
That's dangerous.
And
stay safe out there, guys. Don't run.
Erotic dancing if it's dared.
Yes. You nailed it. Nailed it.
I think I did. I did. Shout out to you, Dared.
Listen, it's my 5th grade teacher, Miss. Oh, what was her name?
Can you use it anyway?
Can I? I don't know.
Do you think
I never knew? Absolutely not. She's at least 60 now?
At least.
At least. Miss Cunningham. I don't even know what her first name was. No fucking clue. Miss Cunningham. But I remember the police officer coming in with his buckle, and they gave all the kids t-shirts and wristbands. And
did you ever get a whole play? It was like Sesame Street meets Dare.
I don't think so.
Oh my God. I will never forget that.
Okay, but listen, in 5th grade, when all of this was happening, please keep in mind that I did not speak English. So that was...
and you had just come from a country where they're serving marijuana in a coffee shop. Oh my God.
Correct. So here I am in America. I don't speak English at all. And there's an officer in front of me, and they're like, dare, drugs and alcohol. And I was like, huh.
Pot is the gateway drug.
Huh.
Marijuana.
If you do pot, you will grow furry eyeballs and die. Huh.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Okay, well.
Is that why my eyes are itchy lately?
Probably. It's that or allergies, but I think the latter is not it at all.
It's definitely not allergies.
It's
gotta be
the cannabis.
Fur growing because of the cannabis. They did.
That's the thing.
Really. It was
they drilled that shit.
They're like, yeah, little Billy took one hit of marijuana one day, and the next he was a full-blown meth addict, living on the streets at 13 years old.
Yeah. His parents kicked him out because he couldn't stop stealing, and he dropped out of middle school. And all of his friends abandoned him. And you're like, what the? That escalated really fast, you guys.
So quickly. Don't get me wrong. I'm a big fan of things escalating pretty quickly because it's hilarious.
It's funny.
I guess I should take that back. I don't enjoy it when things escalate quickly. I'd rather not be in escalated situations. But if I'm sitting on the outside side and I'm watching something and I'm like, what in the fuck is happening right now? What the fuck is even happening right now?
There it is.
Went from smoking, taking one hit from one joint, to full blown, kicked out, stole cookies out of the cookie jar, and mom and dad were unhappy. The thievery. And
the thievery.
Streets, smoking heroin. And do you smoke heroin?
I don't do that. So,
I don't either.
I think one you inject and one you smoke, but there's a different kind that you can do both.
Oh, is it crack? Is crack the one you smoke?
I think it is.
Meth you can inject and smoke. I watched a lot of. Oh, what's that show? Breaking Bad.
Oh, Breaking Bad. See, I could never get into that. I couldn't get into it. Yeah. So, well, if there are any meth heads out there, let us know, I guess. I guess tap in.
We're not pretending to be the expert.
No. We have no clue how this works.
Zero clue.
And we're not going to either. So
yeah, we don't actually need to know. It's fine.
Yeah,
you can tell us, but we don't actually need to know.
No. It's always funny when we get somebody who comes to work with us who is clearly on something. And then the first step is always trying to figure out what.
Yeah.
Then it's figuring out how much.
Yes.
And then it's a game of chicken. Are they high right now or not?
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Margaret, I think I called Margaret like crackhead Barbie.
Oh, yes,
the other day.
crackhead Barbie. She was a fun one. She was a party. Listen,
Mm,
that lady was
nuts.
intense.
Like camping.
Like, whew. She was, what do they say these days? Tweaked out?
Is that what they say?
I think
I
so.
don't know.
I
I
don't know
saw this
either.
post today that was like,
From
my
her?
teacher, no.
Oh,
I think she blocked me.
she blocked me.
I mean, we would get into it and everyone's like, what's her problem? I'm like, probably crack. I see why she blocked me. I see it now.
Well, her and I got in a blowout fight in the middle of the dining room. So I had that coming.
Yeah.
I had that coming.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I mean,
I literally looked at her and I was like, "You're crazy," and walked away. You're insane.
Because she is.
She is. Yeah. Yeah. Crackhead Barbie was a party.
Crackhead Barbie was such a party. Party. And not like the good kind of party either. She was well, she definitely kept like, season 1 of our restaurant, like, oh, what's going to happen next?
I always say that we need to, like in the office when they sit in the office,
Yes.
like
Put a
we
camera
just
in dry
need,
storage.
listen, and just a seat, and we can all just have our own little confessions. Like, this bitch,
This bitch.
this bitch just told me that she's not going to run my food for me. How fucking rude.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we should do it.
Yeah.
I mean, they keep making movies. They keep making. Someone made Waiting. Waiting is like,
oh, that is
the ultimate server movie.
Listen, on Target, there is no lie detected in that movie.
I was like, I love Target.
No,
I think I actually did buy that movie from Target. That's not what you're talking about.
So
it's
you're
on
like,
Target.
you're like, how did you know?
Oh my God. Did you get your copy from Target too? Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, here we are.
Yeah.
So it is. Have you seen the Slammin' Salmon? Slammin' Salmon.
I have not.
Salmon. How do you like to say salmon?
Salmon.
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 Salmon. Yes, salmon. Sometimes we do get people who don't know what they're talking about. Slamming. We're a seafood restaurant. People would be like, "Can I get the fish?"
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Which one?
I'm gonna need you to narrow that shit down.
Yeah, please.
Speaking of, our plates are a little bit more expensive than if you go to like
Applebee's,
or Chili's or anywhere else. Literally, right? It is a little bit more expensive, and so sometimes, being that we are in Colorado, we get these group of people that either reek of cannabis, or they don't reek, but you're like, y'all are high as hell.
Super.
Wow. Is anybody here okay?
Staring at the wall. Hard.
Listen, the guy I had yesterday, I think there was more to cannabis on that one.
Oh, I think there was too.
There's quite a bit more to cannabis on that one.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Way more than cannabis.
He handed me $100 bill and he's like, "You do what you will with that." And I was like, "Well, I'm going to pay your bill with that." So
did you need change or
is there, I don't understand. And he's like, "It's on you from now on." it's on you what you do with the rest of that. And I was like, I'll just put it in my wallet and
Yeah. Pay my bills.
I
Buy some cannabis.
I don't know,
Whatever you do.
whatever, whatever I do. But yeah, so are we ready for a rumor on the rim?
I'm ready.
You ready?
Rumor on the rim.
Rumor on the rim. Okay. So we did Am I a Total Asshole? And it's cannabis related. So this is a 19-year-old male who smokes, right? And his parents are strictly against it.
Okay.
And I think that's kind of like what I wanted to bring up too, is like there's a huge misconception about cannabis.
Oh, no, I don't know
so just to kind of talk about it, like a lot of people.
Oh,
yes. Are you?
I'm here.
There you are. Okay, there you are.
You
did freeze for a second.
So did you, and I was like, where did you go? But I don't think you could hear me because I couldn't hear you.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, we're hearing you now.
So I just heard misconception.
Oh, yes. So there's a misconception about cannabis and like, is it good or bad, right? Is it a gateway drug or is it, whatever? I want to be clear that a lot of people actually use it for positive results.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Doctors will prescribe it either for mental reasons, right? It can help with anxiety, stress, et cetera, et cetera. Pain.
That's
right?
actually what I use it for.
Physical pain, right?
Physical pain.
Pain.
I don't use it for emotional pain.
Yes.
I really do try to stay sober for emotional pain and work out my feelings through journaling and meditation. But it's physical
I have
pain.
A therapist.
Yeah. So physical pain is what I use it for. On occasion to help me sleep. It's not always.
Some people use it for anger management.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
Yes. And it's not, I think that especially maybe the generation before us, or maybe two, really feel like it's unnecessary. There's no reason for it. It's a gateway drug. It's only going to lead you to do X, Y, Z beyond just cannabis. But in actually what they found, I think, and if I'm correct, is that a lot of people use cannabis and only cannabis. It actually does not lead to meth.
I have everyone. I have never used meth or heroin or cocaine or list any drug. I've never used them. Yeah. And it's and that includes prescription drugs. Prescription drugs, I guess I've used them once when I got my wisdom teeth out. So
yeah.
Because they were prescribed to me to be used for my wisdom teeth.
and then I'm guessing you ran out and that was that.
And that was that. I didn't even run out. I didn't even take them all.
Yeah.
And actually I had not tried cannabis by then.
I had surgery last year, September. I wonder if it would have helped with my pain. I'm not, never crossed my mind and didn't even try. But, people who have had surgeries for, various reasons. And we're not talking, you don't just only smoke it, right? You can ingest it. They make gummies, they make chocolates.
Powders.
Yes, they make powders.
Into mocktinis or martinis. Be safe, guys, if you mix your cannabis and alcohol. Just be safe. That's all I ask.
Well, and
I can't hang like that, so I did not.
And I can't hang like that, so I did not.
Cheers and cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, and they make like CBD drops. They even make pet CBD. So if your dog has arthritis or cancer or whatever else our lovely furry babies get, you can. What's funny?
Well, when I was Googling what to make these 4Twentinis with,
Uh-huh.
I tinctures are one of them, and I was like, who wants a salmon flavored tincture?
My dog Roxy.
And that was when I looked up, and it said pet CBD. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Yeah.
I just saw his salmon tincture, and I was like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah. Dogs have
My dog
anxiety.
Roxy.
My dog Roxy. If you don't follow her on Instagram, yeah. Mhm. But yeah, like some
Y'all are
dogs
missing
have
out.
really bad anxiety, especially during the 4th of July fireworks, right? So
Yeah.
a lot of Colorado pet owners will buy these tinctures, give them to their dog the day of or whatever, and it really just helps them just chill out.
Yeah.
And it's not, there's no chemicals in it. It is strictly earth grown shit. I don't know.
I don't know how they do their magic, but they do it, and they do it well.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
They do. Also, remember to tip your bud tender.
Yes.
Always tip your bud tender.
Always tip your bud tender.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
your bartender.
Or your bartender.
The double B's, baby. Bud and bar.
Bud and bar, tip them.
Tip them tenders.
You just tip them timbers. Timbers.
Timbers, tenders.
Timber tenders? Yeah.
Timber tenders.
Timber tenders. So, am I a total asshole?
Oh,
This
yeah.
is a 19-year-old guy and he smokes or whatever, and his parents are like, rah, 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 you delinquent, rah, rah, rah.
Yeah.
Okay. So he said, my mom told me a few days ago that my uncle and younger cousins, 4 and 6 years old, would be in around 3 p.m. and asked me not to smoke on that day. She always gets upset that when she sees me smoking, so I didn't do it while she was home. But she went to the grocery store that morning, and I figured it would be okay to blaze up.
Okay.
And just open the windows, and then before my cousins show up. Well, it turns out my uncles and 2 cousins showed up early, walked in the middle of me smoking a joint, loud, and I was lounging on the couch in my underwear. It was a complete embarrassment, and I'm sure my small cousins were shocked. To make matters worse, they saw me coughing in the haze of smoke.
No.
My uncle was so upset and screamed at me that I was being irresponsible. He told me that I needed to grow up and start thinking about the consequences of my actions.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Jesus Christ. Uncle sounds like 70.
At least.
I could tell they were disappointed, and this whole situation was frustrating. I know this was not a good situation, and I regret that my cousins had to see me like that. But here's the thing. I don't think I did anything wrong. Am I a total asshole? Wow. I say kind of. A little bit.
I don't know. I mean, I don't see the asshole part of it.
Mm-hmm.
I just see that, like, you made a mistake and you need to own up to it.
Sure.
A lack of ownership here.
Because it says at the end, had my mom told me that they were going to come in earlier, I would have done things differently.
Yeah. But also, why are you smoking in the house on the couch when you know your uncle's going to come over like that? Guys, yeah, okay, eventually it dissipates, but it's going to linger for quite some time.
It's not as bad as cigarettes,
no,
but it does create a smoke, and it's a pungent smoke, right?
Yes.
So the reason, and I agree with you, the reason I said kind of an asshole is simply for the fact that I personally don't believe in any kind of smoking. I don't care what it is inside of a home, right? And if you know that, obviously he lives with mom. So if you know that mom is not a big fan of it, I would say do her the solid and just go outside.
Yeah.
Just smoke outside.
And in that case, I actually, I changed mine. I see the asshole part of it for sure.
Yeah.
You're an asshole for sitting on the couch. You absolutely.
In your underwear?
Whatever.
Whatever.
But why are we smoking a fat joint on the couch inside your mom's house, even in general. Like have some, especially if your parents don't like it, have some respect for your parents, like the other people you live with, but also
who pay your bills clearly because you live there.
Dude, are they also paying for?
I mean,
we don't want to know how you get. Yeah, he's 19. Does he have a job? I don't know. I don't know what these future consequences and growing up is about.
Yes. Yes.
Is there any validation to it or not? Just because you sit on the couch smoking a joint in your underwear does not mean that, you know, you are not a grown-up adult doing adult things.
Right.
In that moment, you are not a grown-up adult doing adult things, especially when you're in your parents' house where they don't like it and your uncle's supposed to come over later and it's going to smell.
Yeah.
And someone asks you not to do it
that day, specifically, let alone any other time. But like,
yeah,
here we are.
Specifically that day.
I just feel like that specific day, he knew cousins were going to show up in X amount of hours. You know what? Let's just make it easy on everybody else. I want to blaze up. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
That part is not the asshole part.
Totally fine.
But I don't care what temperature it was outside. It could be, 5 degrees or 50 or 90.
Or 90.
Just go outside. Just go outside, go in the back of the yard, blaze up, and then nobody's the wiser. And it's not to say, like, some people would be like, well, you shouldn't have to hide who you are. Oh. It's not really about that. It's more like respect for your family members who are not into that.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
100%.
And I wonder if mom and dad and even uncle would be more accepting if they just didn't have to deal with the smell and the ashes and the shits.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And it's possible they might not, but like be a little respectful about it too, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
shits and the shits.
The shits and the shits. Or like, is it a situation you could have just used a gummy?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Easy.
It looks like candy. Just keep it away from the little hands and,
Yeah.
I have a possum, as you all may know from our previous episodes. So I'm glad we talk about this because there are some people, and I believe he's one of them, who don't know how to do both, right? So like we actually work with some people who are very into the cannabis lifestyle.
Yes.
But they show up for work on time every day, every shift, and they stay on and they work and they do their best and then they go home and then we're back at it tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
And I'm totally okay with that. And I think that everybody around us is.
Mm-hmm.
The problem I have, though, with certain people is when it takes over their ability to then keep a job or just be an adult in general.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And this possum was unable to do both. He was very much into cannabis, and I don't think he was really understanding of what I was saying.
Yeah.
But like, he used to really be like, you just because you don't like me smoking doesn't mean that I can't. And I was like, I actually don't mind it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fact that you can't hold a job at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's a problem, right? Because when you're an adult, and especially an adult with a family,
yeah,
keep it together, my guy.
My guy.
I'm glad you like getting high, but that's not going to pay the bills. The rent's due on the 1st. I don't.
Like, bro.
My guy. Come on. My guy. So it's very fascinating. And it really actually, what's the word? Debilitates?
I'm gonna be honest, there are a lot of times I can tell what you're trying to say. This is not one of those.
Determines? Debilitates?
Debilitate?
Yes!
Okay.
That's it.
I like it. I like your version.
Yeah. Thank you. This is my non-speaking English speaking self coming through. I'm just like, I don't.
Debilitating.
Yes, to debilitate. If it
Now it doesn't
debilitates
sound
you,
right at all.
no, we're going with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it debilitates you, then it's a problem,
Yes.
right?
When it affects your work life
Mm-hmm.
or your home life.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes like your home life needs to change. But you got to
Mm-hmm.
determine in that situation which it is. And like I never had an issue. I've never had an issue with any of my boyfriends smoking.
Yeah.
But at times it did affect their mood when they didn't smoke.
Oh, I can, yeah.
And then I'd
They
have
become
issues with that. Or I was just constantly
angry.
sitting in a cloud of smoke
Cloud.
and I did not appreciate it. Just made me tired all the time. Like I was like secondhand high all the time.
Yes. Yes.
I think I'd
Yes.
like to be
Not.
like I already have
Yes.
enough trouble thinking. My ADHD is out of the this world.
Yeah.
I need to think clearly at some point, even if
Please.
it's not even that clear.
Yeah.
Well,
and like some people are like, well, it's not cigarette smoke, so it's fine. But it's like, none of that matters. It's still smoke in the house.
Yeah.
And, sorry, not sorry, but if there are children around, I even believe that it should be done in the house less.
Probably, yeah.
At that point, don't involve the kids. Don't make them have to sit in a cloud of smoke 24/7. Like that is just irresponsible and it's careless in my opinion. Again, It's just my opinion.
Agreed, though.
And just because you're an adult and you can do whatever you want and can't nobody tell you what to do, you have a responsibility to your children to give them the best quality of life. And I'm telling you, it is not in the middle of a smoke fest.
No.
Like that's just weird, you know? But I've known people to do that and it's interesting.
It is. I mean,
it's interesting.
Growing up, I always had friends that like their parents smoked cigarettes in the house and stuff. That was before that was at the start of when it was really starting to get bad for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
When
not like it was
were
before.
Like almost bad for you, but not
yeah.
Like kind of controversial. Were they really?
Kind of like you could still go in Wendy's and there was like a smoking section.
Yeah.
Still. Yeah.
Or any type. Yeah. Any bar or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I wonder if now it's all the kids are going to their friend's house and instead of cigarettes, it's marijuana.
I bet. I wouldn't be surprised. Which and that's whatever other people do in their home is one thing.
Yeah.
It's, I'm picky with my kid and she is not allowed at certain people's places. I'm just very picky because you can't control what goes on over there. And if it's a weird person or a weird family, guess what? She's not going.
Fair.
But I mean, I would bet that a lot of kids do go over there and, friend's house or uncle's house or whatever house. Things get weird. What's that smell? Can you imagine?
I can only imagine. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's where edibles come in.
I'm just saying, they make chocolates, they make gummies. I've seen gummies.
They make sodas.
Oh, they do.
Oh, and there's a coffee one by my favorite edible company.
There's a coffee one?
Yeah.
Huh. Fascinating.
Yeah. I was like, whoa. I'm never going to try that, but whoa.
No. That's caffeine and cannabis?
Yeah.
Well, is it, there are two types, indica and sativa, right?
Yes.
I don't know which one. One's a downer, one's an upper, and I don't know.
Indica, I was always told, is couch, so it's a downer.
Yes.
Sativa is if you want to be more productive.
Upper. Okay.
Yeah. Not that I find myself productive on either. But
well, now I'm curious if that coffee has an upper or downer cannabis.
It might be a hybrid too.
Ooh, both.
Mm-hmm. A lot of edibles are both.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Some of them have CBD, some of them don't. There's a lot of stuff out there with CBD, but no THC.
Oh, that's right. So THC is the stuff that actually makes you feel high.
Yes.
CBD is that the body effect?
Yes.
The physical effect?
So that would be the pain relieving effect. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Big fan of CBD.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
You learn something new every day.
You do. You do.
So, yes, he's a total asshole.
He's half of an asshole.
You're right. Not a total asshole, but half an asshole.
Half an asshole. He's half an asshole.
He's 19. He lacks a little respect for others. And it's not even respect for, like, I'm not throwing out authority words or anything like that, you know? It's just respect for others. It's not, doesn't matter if it's his parents, his uncle, his or best friend. Cousins.
Yeah.
It's just respect for others.
Yeah.
That's what that boils down to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like, you really got in your underwear, blazed up in the living room. So, like,
did he want to be caught?
That's what I'm saying. Like, did you not think that there was a possibility that you would lose track of time at the very least, and then they would walk in, and here you are, and you know, he said that he had the windows open, but like, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know, that smell is gonna linger.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah. I agree. But I think that, you know, are we blaming the wrong people for, like, is mom and dad allowing this, even though they don't like it, right? You can only complain about something and then just continue to allow it to happen, right?
Yeah.
Right? And it's kind of like one of those things where, okay, he's 19. You don't want to really kick kids out too early because 19 is technically still a very much child.
Yeah. Well, and he's 19. He's technically an adult who can make his own decisions.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's,
you know,
well,
could they have,
maybe they're just happy I had this table the other day. She's eating crab legs. Her parents are like, you have a crab leg addiction. And she's like, I do have a real crab problem. And but then she goes, but would you rather it be cocaine? And her dad was just like, no. And I just looked at her, I was like,
solid right. argument.
All right.
All right.
Touche.
I see what you did there, young lady.
No crab problem is a much better problem to have. All right.
It's a little expensive, but I see what you did there.
I've been told it's the same price.
Oh, the more you know.
The more you know. Because I had told that story to someone else, and they're like, ironically, it's the same price right now. And I was like, oh, okay. Well,
thank you for that piece of knowledge.
The more you know.
The more you know. Fascinating. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. But that's what I mean. Like, is mom and dad pseudo enabling him? You know, if I was his parent, I'm like, I don't allow you to smoke in my house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he continued to break that boundary. And we talked about boundaries last week.
We did, yeah.
Then I feel like the next conversation would be, if you can't respect my boundaries, you can't live here.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right?
Yeah.
So, like, did mom and dad kind of, like, allow this to happen in a way?
I mean, well, maybe this is a rebellious thing. Cry for attention. That actually kind of feels right. So what are mom and dad doing, and we need more facts.
We do.
We want to dissect your life.
Yeah,
so
we do.
If you happen to hear this, you let us know what's going on.
19-year-old male from wherever you're from.
From somewhere.
And now you have a pissed off uncle.
Yes. You were on the couch smoking a joint with the windows open in your underwear. If that's you, we have questions.
To be fair.
It
never gets old.
It never gets old.
To be fair, if if his parents / uncle grew up in the 60s, it's kind of hypocritical because I guarantee they were high the entire time as well.
Oh, probably.
The 60s and 70s were like everybody was blazing up, if you will.
19, would that be
19?
right?
This was posted 3 months ago, so early 2000s. So parents were probably born
1980, 70?
80s, 70s, or 80s. 80s at the latest. 70s.
20 years ago would have been 2013. So it's 2014. And if his
19 years ago was
no, yeah,
2002.
That's not right. 2004, yeah. Right?
2002. 20 years ago is 2003.
So plus one.
Oh, so 2004. You're right.
Together we make one mathematician. Your daughter would have had this.
She would have been like, Mom, we are both wrong.
What is wrong with these people?
Sorry, not sorry. But yeah, so early-ish 2000s. So if they're in their 20s, early 20s when he was born, that would be 1980 at the latest.
Mm-hmm.
So they could be anywhere from the 70s to the 80s. Yeah, so I don't know.
They would have missed the 60s. They would have been
it was around in the 80s.
During Dare.
They would.
Oh, maybe it was the drug in the 80s was cocaine. So maybe they're just like snubbing. We're snubbing.
You delinquents.
Cocaine's the classy one.
Oh, yeah, the rich people's drug.
The nose candy.
Yeah, nose candy.
Where are we going with that?
I don't know.
Why?
It's
I do not support nose candy.
We do not. Or meth.
Nor meth. Or heroin.
Or crack. Cocaine. Is that one thing?
Crack cocaine. They're two different ones, but you can crack cocaine. I think you combine the two
for like a bigger high.
For like a Is
that what it is? Fascinating.
I don't
know.
I'll never know, but I feel like I remember someone sometime in my life telling me crack cocaine and crack are different.
Okay. I believe them.
And maybe I made it up that they're crack cocaine is
great.
Like, put together.
Yeah.
It's like the sprinkles on top of your ice cream. Like cocaine on your crack.
Tickle.
It's the glitter in my martini.
Out of the crack to your cocaine.
Crack to your cocaine. Oh my God. Christ. What a toxic relationship that would be.
I listened to a lot of I'm a crack to your cocaine. I listen to a lot of podcasts and listen. The amount of shenanigans that happen to people or with people who are on one of those is insane.
Are those the crack cocaine chronicles that you listen to?
Yes. The crack cocaine chronicles.
Shout out to the Crack Cocaine Chronicles podcast. We want you on our show.
Yes.
Come get high with us. Not on crack cocaine, though.
Not on crack cocaine.
Neither
you
of us
can.
Do that. YOLO. Whatever you want to do.
But we are good with martinis. That's it.
That's it. Martinis or marijuana. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. I think you have an olive pit.
Oh, do I have an olive pit?
Oh.
Let me set up the quack.
What grinds your olive pit, Jessica?
This edible has kicked in officially.
Has it? I knew it would.
And man, right on the olive pit, right when I had you all worked up.
That's amazing.
It took a little longer this time, I think, because I ate first.
Oh, that's fair.
But an hour is about usually if I eat
Where it
first,
came from.
where it's, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my olive pit, littering, littering and smoking the reefer.
That's another name for it.
The reefer. Yeah. Super Trooper fans will know what I'm talking about.
Is that Kiefer Sutherland? Was he named after reefer?
I thought he was named after the drink kefir.
Oh.
You know, the yogurt drink? Do you think that's right?
I don't know. I always thought it was reefer, but they were like, but make it sound less conspicuous and put a K instead of an R.
Oh, that's probably it.
I don't know.
Do you think he was a dope baby?
He might be. And they were like, Kiefer. Kiefer sounds right.
It's gotta be it.
It's gotta be it.
Reefer just won't do. Reefer. Can you imagine being in school?
It's too obvious.
And the teacher calls your name. Reefer. That's me.
Poor kid.
That poor kid. Kiefer is really not that much better.
Sorry, I just called him Reefer. Kiefer, if you know why your parents named you Kiefer, you're more than welcome to let us know.
Please let us know. I need to know if it is because of the reefer or the kefir. the dairy smoothie, non-dairy smoothie, the yogurt smoothie.
I think it's a yogurt smoothie. I hear they're good. Very smooth.
They are tasty. I love kefir. That was like so special when we would go to the store, Whole Foods, when we were younger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Get some kefir.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah.
It's good times. I wish I had some kefir. What are we talking about? Oh, littering. Yeah, littering and... Littering. Yeah. Littering and... I hate litterers so much. I know it doesn't look like it because I'm smiling, but like...
She's just high.
I was so high. I really hate litter. Right now. Dude, I feel like this podcast is a testament to when people are like, Jess, are you high? Are you drunk? Because I'm like tired and, silly. Y'all see me sober at the beginning of these episodes. And by the end of it, I'm either drunk or high. That's not how, this being the first time.
Right.
That's not how I act at work, and there's no way I could function.
I don't know how people do it.
I don't either.
We have had some coworkers come in, and they're like, I'm so high. And we're like, are you going to be okay?
Like, are you going to make it? Like, how are you going to get through life?
Do you need help?
Well, or the shift right now.
The shift, yes.
And I could not, I'm like a squirrel.
I don't know how they would do it. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. We've had people come to work drunk before, and I'm like...
I was going to say, well, that's an all-time popular for some reason.
In the last year, especially.
It's
been like one right after another.
Yeah. Well, Barbie over here she took it a notch further.
Did I call her crack cocaine Barbie or cocaine Barbie?
Crackhead Barbie?
Crackhead Barbie. Yes. Crackhead Barbie. Yes. Crackhead Barbie.
Yes.
And then we had... Yep.
I'm dead.
We had Jizzy.
She's like, yep. Jizzy, yeah. Oh, Jizzy. He jizzed all right.
All over Crackhead Barbie. And
then some.
Oh
boy.
Crackhead Barbie and
Jizzy.
There was one more at that time that would come to work drunk all the time. I don't know what to call her, though.
I don't know what to call her either.
Narcissist Nancy.
Narcissist Nancy. That's a good one.
Yeah. It's just, I don't feel like it's as good as Jizzy or Crackhead Barbie.
Matter of fact, I think Narcissist Nancy, Jizzy, and Crackhead Barbie.
Oh, I think they had a threesome.
They did.
Oh!
It was a party. When I say it's a party, I mean it's a party.
Wait, I thought Eduardo was there too.
He was, and then he was not proud of it.
Oh,
and
so wait,
I think
was
he
it
was
a
collateral damage?
Sum?
So it was a yes, but like
Is that what you call
think
it?
that
A threesome, a quadruple sum, a foursome, a foursome,
or foursome.
That sounds more right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. But if you want to make it complicated, a quadruple sum sounds right too.
That's the what entanglement version.
It is so much of it. That was an entanglement of the century. That was a fascinating entanglement.
It was just when you thought like, you know, things ended, it just kept going.
It was going still.
Yeah.
Well, and I think Eduardo was invited to like, hey, let's go have a couple drinks at my place, right? Which sounds innocent enough. And then all of a sudden he was like, I'm going to jet because this is getting naked.
Wait, he didn't stay for that?
I don't think he stayed. I think he went ahead and
I heard there
saw himself out, if you will.
I thought they went to Paris and did the Eiffel Tower.
Isn't that with 3 people?
Yeah.
Rui explained it to us.
Yeah, it's 3 people.
Yeah.
She's in between. You hold hands at the top.
Oh.
You got
but it's gotta be 2 guys and 1 girl.
Yeah, you skewer her from
either end.
It's dicks go into the front end and the back end, and they meet in the middle.
And then you high five continuously, right?
Yeah. If the dicks are long enough, do you think they would meet in the middle?
Would they touch?
Yeah.
That'd be fascinating.
Just the tip.
Is that the true definition? Just the tip?
Just the tip. And Jizzy would always say, Jizzy. You would say that, you know, it's not gay if your dicks don't touch. So.
Well, with that theory.
But if they touch in the middle.
But there's a term about being Eskimo brothers, right?
Oh.
Which is, I assumed, where they...
That's not even all. Listen, for those of you not watching the video, just you know, it's a coming together. It's basically the same thing we were just talking about, but maybe with no girl in the middle.
Well, is that what Eskimo brothers are?
No.
I don't know.
Eskimo brother is like, well. When it's really cold. They're outside. I'm just kidding.
And everything's shriveled up.
Everything's shriveled up, and they try to whack each other with their dicks.
With the noodles.
They're noodle whacking.
Wet noodles.
Wet shriveled noodles.
Shriveled up noodles.
What kind of turn is this taking?
I don't know. This has nothing to do with cannabis, but keep up.
Well, I don't know. At this point, I think the cannabis has something to do with it.
It might have everything to do with it. You're right.
Eskimo brothers is when the guy sleeps with 2 guys sleep with the same girl. Not the same time necessarily.
Oh. See, I thought it involved the same time.
No. So, like, if Jack slept with Julie and George also slept with Julie, Jack and George
are Eskimo brothers?
Are Eskimo brothers.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Fascinating. I think I would have called it Pool Brothers, but that's
Pool Brothers? Too. Okay. Maybe that's like, you know, California style.
The same pool. Yeah, I don't know. Or Alaskan style.
the same gaping hole. Swimming around up there.
Where's the lie? Where's
There's
the
no lie.
I know. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm crying.
So, yeah.
Oh man.
This
is not PG whatsoever.
Not even remotely. And I really hope my parents don't listen to this episode. Well, they might.
Yeah, well, they probably will.
Mom, Dad, sorry. Well, if
slightly.
My mom never figures out how to use the YouTube, then I'm safe from there. Good. Good. She'd be like, "That my daughter's weird." I actually think that's what my dad's thinking right now if he's listening to this. So, well, he wouldn't be listening now, but later.
No, but later. Later.
Yeah, to him it would be now.
Mm-hmm.
To you all, it is now.
It is right now.
I'm in a time loop.
Man. So wait,
littering.
Listen, littering.
Why did we go on this tangent? I don't know if I can even bring it back.
I have no clue. What did we say to go into Eskimo Brothers and fucking Jesse?
Crackhead Barbie. I think it started with her, but I don't know why. Littering and we will also
bitch fucks everything up. Listen,
Crackhead Barbie, fucking
God,
she's even ruining our podcast.
Podcast. Oh God.
Yeah, she could never have that much power.
No, she can't. This is gold.
This has got to be gold. Can never be duplicated.
No. Okay, so to be fair, you messaged me a lot. To be fair,
yes,
you message me a lot, and at least once or twice a week, you go on a rant about litterers.
I do.
She just goes out, and I allow it because she's right. But the most recent one is, what kind of idiot do you have to be to litter in front of a cop? The one person who can give you a ticket.
Yeah, the one person that, you can actually get in trouble by. I know exactly where I was too. I was just like driving,
like, dude.
I mean, that is kind of how I drive. Yeah. Messaging to Lolly, whatever. And I was probably in the middle of saying something like, "Oh man, yeah, that sounds good about our podcast." And all of a sudden I go, what in the actual fuck? Who throws trash?
She did.
Out their truck. Truck with a cop sitting right next to them. They pulled up, they're coming, they're at the light. They took off and out went the French fry container from McDonald's. And I was like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
And you shouldn't be littering anyway. Littering is bad, y'all. It clutters up the planet.
It so much easier.
It
clutters the planet, literally.
I mean, it does, yeah.
It's so much easier to keep a grocery bag in your car, throw your trash in there, and then the next time you stop at a gas station, throw it away.
Thank you.
And then start over.
Thank you. The gas station is the perfect place for that. That's where I do mine.
That's
where I do my trash.
That's where I do my trash. And or because I have a human that I can't seem to get to understand that my car is not an actually trash can.
Oh yeah, I understand.
But whatever. But then you can also just take it inside your home and throw it in the trash can.
My mind is blown.
I know. It's a concept. I know.
Insane concept. I just don't understand why people want to litter, and then why you do things in front of people who could literally the only person your mom can't even yell at you. Well, she can yell at you for littering and tell you not to do it, but that's the highest consequence you're gonna get, And like a cop sees you littering, he's going to charge your ass.
Yeah.
And give you, charge your ass, not charge, like not come at you, not come at your ass.
Ticket.
But yes, give you a ticket where you have to pay a fine.
It's a lot of ass talk in this one.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, I mean,
I'm not sorry.
Go ahead. Don't be
I'm
sorry.
only partially sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not at all sorry.
She's like, come out of your ass. Just, you know.
Come into your ass. Or no.
Well, technically speaking.
You do get fucked.
Ass fucked, I guess.
But also, these are the consequences of your littering actions, you piece of trash.
Yeah.
Damn. I went hard.
Yeah.
Littering is bad, y'all.
Speaking of littering, and I don't remember who this was, but it was somebody moving, and they hired movers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever company they hired to move. And there were like file boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And the movers didn't secure the file boxes properly.
Oh.
And paper went everywhere.
No.
And whoever this was got a phone call, or like, you know, the cops showed up or whatever the heck happened. Mm-hmm. And they were like, we're finding you for littering. And they were like, what?
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about? They hunted them down.
Yeah, because like their name was all over these papers that were all over the freeway. Mm-hmm. And it sucks because they had to pay the fine and not the moving company, even though the moving company was the one not doing their job properly.
Yeah. And if they had their name on it, man, what are the odds those were important?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So I don't know. I remember that story from years ago, and I was like, that's fascinating. So if you're moving and you have documents and file folders or whatever the heck, secure them. Probably take those puppies down.
Yeah, maybe take them yourself.
Yeah. Just to be safe.
Interesting.
Yeah.
There are people who throw books out of trucks. I see books all over the road sometimes. And cigarettes. But books just feels weird.
It's very strange.
Yeah.
Because don't you want to keep that?
I would assume so. I mean, maybe it was another secure truck situation.
Yeah.
Sometimes I see mattresses on the side of roads.
Mattresses. Well, like some of that stuff you can tell was like, oh shit, that flew off of a moving thing, right?
Yeah.
Like
in the bed of a pickup or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, like you'll see a random chair by itself and you're like, that sucks. Oh, there it is.
Scared me.
It did scare you. That's funny. She jumped.
I did. I jumped.
Yeah.
Just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it came out of my phone. That's somewhere.
Quack, quack.
Quack, quack. Quack, quack.
Quack,
quack. Quack. Littering. Don't do it, people. Or
don't do it.
Jessica is going to tell you you are a trash human.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can be a reformed litterer, too.
Yes,
you used to litter and now you don't. We're proud of you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Happy Earth Day, people. Pick up
a
piece of trash or something.
We specifically did this for 420 in observance of, that's what I wanted to mention earlier. So for those of you who don't know, if you're interested, Denver, Colorado actually has a huge parade downtown. Are you not aware of this? 420.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
They do. They do.
What?
I believe. Hold on, I'm looking it up.
That's
Denver 420. So, yeah, Denver 420 Festival 2023. It happens. It's called the Mile High 420 Festival. It is Thursday, April 20th at Civic Center Park in Denver. Tickets are free, and obviously, blazing, if you will, is encouraged.
Is it?
It is. I've never been to one, but I heard from people who have been that you literally walk into a cloud of smoke.
Okay.
Yeah. And there are, drinks, food, fun things for people to do. Obviously, I don't know if children are invited / why would you want to?
Mm.
Right? I don't know. I feel like that's probably people you want to leave at home.
Yeah, I agree. That feels weird.
Yeah.
I once, can I say this on air? I once ditched school.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Were you scared to say you ditched school? What was that, like 10 years ago? Like 15?
Well over. Yeah, 15.
Yeah.
No, 15.
I think you're safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm done.
it did. I was so nervous for a second. I'm like, oh my God, they're going to take my degree away. My high school degree.
I'm going to get detention.
They're going to expel me. Oh, shit.
She's already graduated, y'all.
Like a lot of years ago.
Oh, many years ago.
15
She's
years
safe.
ago. I'm safe. It's fine. We're doing great. Don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do drugs. Then you're still scared about being suspended at school.
Yeah, literally. I'm crying.
Yeah.
I skipped school to go to sit on some hill where they smoke marijuanas on 420. And this was prior to it being legal, and we really wanted to go. We ended up at Whole Foods, and they had an Earth Day cake.
Yes.
Earth Day cake. So we ate cake at Whole Foods and walked around. I think we walked around Target or something.
Yeah. Fair.
So,
which Earth Day is usually on 4/21.
Yes.
So, which it goes hand in hand, I feel.
I feel like it does. You get high the day before, and then you have a revelation, a vision, and then and you eat cake, and then the next day you're like, oh my God, I was meant to pick up trash for Earth Day. Yeah. And you do something nice for the planet.
Yes. Captain Planet. Go team.
Rocket ship.
Whatever. Was there a rocket ship in that one?
No, I don't know what we're talking about.
Oh, Captain Planet.
I don't think I've seen Captain Planet.
What? Oh my God, am I showing my age right now? Holy shit. I think I'm showing my age. Captain Planet. If you know what Captain Planet is, cartoon-wise, it was amazing. I think that's definitely an 80s.
I used to watch Saved by the Bell and stuff.
I think it was right around that time.
But I wonder, because I think Saved by the Bell had replays.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas, Captain Planet clearly couldn't cut it.
Clearly.
Couldn't cut it. His replays were not on.
No, they were not on.
I wonder if you can watch it on Netflix.
I bet you can find it on YouTube even.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, Captain Planet.
Captain Planet. All right.
Yeah. So, well, is that our show today?
I guess so. We didn't talk for as long as we normally do.
We didn't, but we covered a lot.
We did. Oh, so much.
Yeah. Reminders, don't mix alcohol and cannabis.
Yeah.
And just do it at home and then go watch something on TV and then take your ass to bed. Whether you're drinking or cannabising. Yeah. I don't know.
Otherwise,
whatever your choice is.
You make poor life decisions. Like texting random people very random things.
Ladies, don't text your ex.
Oh, yeah.
It's not worth it.
Gentlemen, too, Brayden,
don't text your ex.
We're talking to you.
Yeah. I hope you left her because she sounded like a hot mess.
She did. Don't text your ex.
She did. Don't text her. She was the one. Yeah, anyways. Just whatever.
Just whatever.
Just whatever. So you can find us on Facebook.
MySpace.
Facebook is Accidental Martinis. Instagram is Accidental Martinis. And MySpace
Accidental Martinis.
You guessed it.
I was like, I got this one.
Yeah. And our email is accidentalmartinis@gmail.com.
And our soon-to-be OnlyFans.
Yes, of us fully clothed.
It could contain all of our bonus content.
You know what? I'm not mad at it. You know, there's always that person on Facebook that's like, all these girls want to do is be on OnlyFans. And it's like, well, I mean...
Yeah. They make all the money.
They make money.
They make all of the money. I don't know why I said that, but some of them do make money. Some of them don't make money.
And some of them make all the
money.
Some
of them make all the money, yeah.
I think there was like somebody made money off of feet pictures and videos.
Someone else said they mail their dirty underwear to someone and get cash.
Is it like Target dirty underwear or Victoria's Secret? Because that can add up.
You know what? It's they get paid per underwear.
Mailing?
Yeah, so I think that some of them, maybe they do it like a tier. They go Target underwear, that's going to cost like $30 for me to mail to you.
Yeah. Yeah. You know,
Victoria's Secret's $50.
Yeah. I mean, and Fenty underwear is probably $100.
No eye clue what. No eye clue.
No eye clue.
Yep.
No eye
clue what that is.
It's Rihanna's line. Rihanna Fenty.
Oh, I didn't know she had a last name.
Yes. Well,
yeah.
She sure does.
Makes sense.
She does. I mean.
Well, I thought Rihanna was like Eminem, you know? Like, they only have one name.
Well, Eminem is like his first and last name.
Oh.
M and M.
No.
Wait, did you not know that? It's his first initial and last initial.
Float apart. Oh, my God, so it is. Oh, shit. Celine Dion.
No, that's her first and last name. She said Celine Dion.
I was like,
God.
I have to panic say a name because I just Eminem. I thought for sure.
Yeah,
this is rapper name. I thought he really.
No, it's M. You thought somebody like his parents named him Eminem? I'd be pissed.
No, I know his name is Marshall Mathers, but like I thought he chose his rapper name because he likes the chocolate so much. Why do we get shirt? So like, maybe his palms are sweaty for me eating all those M&Ms.
Maybe the palms are sweaty and melting the M&Ms.
That's probably colorful.
That's his first and last initial.
So then I panicked, and I was like, who has
his same
one name? And I go Celine Dion.
I'm surprised you didn't go E.
That's the first and last name.
Oh, anybody.
Cardi and B is obviously your last
name. No, actually.
Cardi Bacardi. I mean, what are you?
That is, she wanted to be Bacardi, but Bacardi was like having a pissy fit about it. So they were like, she was like, fine, Cardi B.
Exactly. So
she's a petty bitch.
First and last name. What about Shakira?
No, that's her name.
Does she have a last name?
Yes.
I've never heard it.
I don't know what it is.
Oh,
I don't have
Shakira
a clue what it is.
Would go in the same line as Rihanna. That's how we got here.
Yeah, that's how we got here.
Snoop.
D-O-double-G.
I know. The second I said it, I was like, he has a last name. It's Dog.
Duh. It's Dog. With a double G.
Well,
oh God.
We could have Snoop Dogg on our show. I think that would be good.
Should we tag him on here and be like,
Snoop or Martha?
Listen, guys. Listen. I'm all about. Have you watched their show?
No, I have.
He is high. He is so high, and she puts up with his shit, but also like teaches you how to make rhubarb cake or pie or whatever the fuck. She loves rhubarb.
Rhubarb pie.
Yeah,
Just
she loves
rhubarb,
it
not
too. So
strawberry
like
rhubarb.
she makes whatever, he eats it because he's stoned out of his mind. And he asks her the stupidest questions because he's stoned out of his mind. But it is the most amazing collaboration I've ever seen in my life.
I would like to be on that show.
It's amazing. I highly recommend it.
First, we'll have them on our show. I feel like that's more plausible.
Yes.
And then I'll be on their show. Because we'll be basically besties.
Basically
besties with Dio.
Then we can ask Martha how to make the ultimate martini, Martha style.
Ooh, maybe she can make us a rhubarb martini. Are rhubarb martinis a thing?
Is that a thing?
Should we make it a thing? Oh.
Can it be a thing?
Will I remember this later? I'll write it on my sticky note.
We'll write it down. Is rhubarb a vegetable?
Or is it a fruit? It's a root. No. It's like a leek? No, celery. It's like a celery. It's like a fruity celery.
Well, I know it looks. Celery. It's like a red celery, is what it looks like. It's a red. It looks like a red celery, but it's a vegetable, right?
I don't know what makes it. What's the difference between a fruit and a vegetable?
Or a root.
Yeah.
Dear. Well, what a pickle. Martha, I have pickles. For real now.
In this coffee cup.
We started the show and she was like, why does it smell like pickles? And she's like, oh, could it be my pickles?
Oh, yeah, I did say that.
I was like, yeah, it's probably your pickles.
Well, I wanted a less crunchy snack.
Oh, that's not it.
Was I crunching?
No, but like, are pickles crunchy?
Yeah, but they're like flat pickles. Like they're like the slices here. This is a thick slice. But this is a thinner slice, and I feel like that'd just be easier to mash in your mouth.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Instead of shoving a giant pickle down your throat.
No.
Listen, sorry, was that visual?
So visual. It just right on down your gullet. You just really deep throat that burrito, that pickle.
Well, deep throat whatever you want to deep throat, I guess. Jesus Christ.
I only said okay. So all I could think of was a burrito because we had this friend in high school. And all the guys would tell her she looked like she was trying to deep throat that burrito because the way she ate it. And
did she eat it like she was trying to?
I mean a little bit, but like I mean that's all I could think of when you said pickle. I just went to burrito, and here we are.
Fair enough.
Deep throat and pickles. Where are we going?
Martha and Snoop Dogg, Dio Double G Dog.
Oh, singers with last names.
Dio Double G.
Dio Double G Dog.
Oh, and OnlyFans. Where it really started, yeah.
Oh.
So anyway, guys.
Oh, Rihanna.
Once we get on
expensive underwear.
There you go, Fenty. Yeah. So once we get on OnlyFans, that's where we're at.
We're just gonna sit here and say a lot.
Mm-hmm. Happy 420, you guys.
420. Cheers.
Oh, cheers. Oh, bye-bye.